Okay guys, I am here with my makeup storage slash collection video. To me, everything that's in these drawers I use. Even though I'm a beauty blogger, I know people have a ton more than what I have, and at one point I did have a crap load of makeup, and I just thought it was sad because, you know, you spend X amount of dollars on so much makeup and don't use any of it. So I just learned over the past couple of years, less is more, and this just works for me. So I did purchase another Muji stack because I only had the one on the one side. These are the 3 drawers. I will link them down below. And then I do have an acrylic container or storage system up on the top of that one, which I purchased at like a local Marshall's, I think it was. And I have somewhat of an order to everything, but I'm still shifting stuff around, and as the summer collections come in, I have to make space for that as well. So right now, whatever's in the drawers, or however it's stored, is working for me until I feel like shifting something else. But I'll go through everything, and I hope you guys enjoy. I have this little cup from Design Letters, and I just put a little orchid plant in there. And then at the top of this space, I like to I have all my skincare bits, some of my skincare bits, and then primers and things like that, just because it's easy to reach for. And sometimes when I do my skincare in the bathroom, I forget to apply like an eye cream, or, you know, I have some other things here, but mainly eye cream, I forget. But I have the Glossier face mist. This is the rose water spray. I have a Burberry primer, an Eve Lom one, some Jouer ones in the back, the Jouer treatment oil, the Chanel LeBlanc primer, which is really good. I haven't used that in a little bit. I should start using it. And I have a Kate Somerville eye cream. And I have my Bobbi Brown eye cream as well. This one's more hydrating, whereas this one, if I'm having a really like bad dark circles kind of day, this I will use underneath because it does have things to counteract the dark circles. And then I have another facial spray from Aesop, and that all just sits up there. It's easy for me to reach it, and some of it, the drawers are too narrow for all these things to fit, so up there they're perfectly fine. Okay, so the first drawer, I have a couple of base products. I have a cream bronzer from Sonia Kashuk, if you can see that. I believe this is a cream highlighter from Jouer. This is blush from Jouer. My Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone, I think. And then I'm trying out some of the new L'Oreal foundations. And I also have an e.l.f. under eye primer here that I'm testing out, and a Jouer highlighting pen, and then a Chanel foundation. Okay, second drawer is a mixture of lips and eyes. I didn't really have somewhere to store these, so it's all in here. But I have a couple of the Jouer cream eyeshadows, one Maybelline one, the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, some lip glosses from Burberry, Jouer, my Burberry eye palette, some Marc Jacob lipsticks. Then I have a random NARS one here. This is a MAC eyeshadow, which I love, but they're way too big to depot and put in. Now down here are all just lip products. Lip glosses are aligned here. Some, I got Marc Jacobs everywhere. A Givenchy, a Burberry, the Revlon lip butters, some of the Maybelline ones, and a Chanel one. There's a MAC one here, a YSL gloss, a Chanel gloss, MYX, and then back here is like a Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector. I think that's what it is, yeah. So I have all of my lip stuff in the bottom drawer just because it's the heaviest. Okay, so in here I have my makeup brushes, the majority of them at least. I do have some Real Technique brushes, but I find that the bottom of them, they're just too big to sit in here with all these brushes, so they tend to take up more space. But on here I just have this white dish from Marshall's, I believe it was as well. some little mini Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, which are super small, and I just threw them there. I have a beauty blender. It's brand new. I just bought a new one. And I actually purchased the Pro one, so I'm curious to see what the difference between this one compared to the, what is it, the pink ones? Just like the basic ones. And then in here, I did a brush overview collection. I have added some brushes since then, but nothing that you don't know about. I've spoken about the, what is it, the Ray Morris Kabuki brush, the Wayne Goss, his highlighting brush. I just have some 217s, 239s from MAC, powder brush, blush brush, some angle brushes, a fan brush from Hakuhodo. There's another Kabuki. I'm like obsessed with Kabuki brushes, but those are from Hakuhodo. This one is right here. I get a lot of questions about it. This one's from Hakuhodo. And then to the side of it, I have my large Simple Human vanity mirror, and it does light up once there's a sensor on it. It's a sensor mirror. I did do a full review on this, so if you guys are interested, I will link that down below, but I absolutely love this, and this has completely changed the way I do my makeup. Now, so moving on to the right, I do have some Diptyque stuff. I am a Diptyque addict. I can't help it. I have a Fig room spray. I also have my Orbadra texturizing spray. It's probably the only hair product that I really do use on an everyday basis or when I have my hair out. So I tend to, my routine is I'll do my makeup, I'll fluff my hair out a little bit and spray some of this, so that's why it sits there. I do have an empty little mini jar with cotton buds, and then I have the medium-sized jar, and that's where I have like tools. I have tweezers, my Anastasia Brow Wiz, eyelash curlers, I have some lip balm, an eyelash comb, and then I do have these lip wands, and they are for makeup artists, but I find that with things like my By Terry Baume de Rose or things that are in a pot and I don't want to get my fingers dirty, I will use these disposable wands, and it might be, you know, too much or an extra step for you guys, but I hate dipping my finger in things, and I hate getting stuff dirty. At the top of the right side drawers, I keep my foundations, I have concealer, but right now I have the Dior Skin Star foundation, the NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation, Bobbi Brown Longwear Even Finish foundation. Then I have the new Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, the Givenchy Tint Couture, I think it's called. And I have a couple of like nude and vampy lip pencils, ones that I tend to reach for most often, so I keep those in a slot back here. And there's a Charlotte Tilbury one in there. And then right here I have my eyebrow pencils and my liquid liners. And then up here I have some Tom Ford lipsticks, the mini ones, and then a big one and a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. And then to the right of that, I have the Diptyque Baze candle, which is probably my favorite Diptyque scent, I would have to say. But I like that occasionally, and that one's like the big full size, and I keep that one there. Okay, so the first drawer I have are face products again. I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. I have the Ambient Bronzer, which I did do a review on, and I will link down below. These are their new bronzing powders here. I'll show you, just because I'm super excited about it. It's such a beautiful bronzer, but that's what it looks like. Gorgeous. But I will link that below. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I have my favorite Jouer bronzer and suntan, and then I have the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, and then the cream and highlighting duo in there. I have some highlighting pens from YSL, Dior, my NARS creamy concealer, my Maybelline Full and Soft mascara, and then my NARS Pro Prime eye primer. Second drawer are more cheap products. I do have some eye sticks here. I have a Marc Jacobs one and then a By Terry one, but I do have another Jouer bronzer, a Jouer tint, my Kevin Aucoin Celestial powder. I think it's in Candlelight. And then I do have an old Grummy NARS in the shade Gina, which I have hit pan on. This was my first purchase from Sephora ever. And yes, this is the initial one. That's why it's so old looking. I just can't get rid of it. So I don't use it, but it just sits there. Tarte blush, then the Hourglass blush palette, a Charlotte Tilbury blush, and all that stays there. And the last drawer, I do have more eyeliners, lip pencils, the NARS lip pencils. I have an Hourglass eyeshadow palette, a Chanel cream shadow, my Naked Basics palette, some Burberry shadows, single ones. What else do I have in here? I have some more lip liners in here as well, more cream shadow sticks, 2 lip glosses. This is all just miscellaneous stuff, I guess, but if I need a liner, it's a pain in the butt to get into, but I'm waiting for this diptyque jar. Once I'm done with it, I can probably stick all these pencils in here and make room for more items. Now, there is a shelf underneath here, and I have a tray from Design Letters, which it's meant to be a TV tray, but for now, it's housing these items in there. I have my MAC palette, which isn't finished. And I know a couple of you asked me to show you what shadows are in here, but nothing special. I think this is vanilla. No, maybe. Hold on. No, I can't think of what it is or the name of it. Oh no. I can't get it out. But maybe I will do a post of showing you what I have in here. But I did actually order another MAC eyeshadow, which is on the way. So then I'll just have one row to complete it all. And then here are where all of my MAC lipsticks are currently hanging out. The By Terry Baume de Rose, which doesn't fit anywhere. Another Burberry eyeshadow. Another NARS concealer. A MAC paint pot. Then I have my e.l.f. paint pot, which I spoke about in my last video. And then I have some Bioderma, just in case for some, you know, I make mistakes all the time. So. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. Again, nothing extensive or crazy. I don't think it's crazy in my opinion, compared or considering what it could be or what it was back in the past. I really condensed everything down and I'm pretty happy with it. I know things will shift and change because I get bored of looking at the same thing or tired of looking at the same layout. So I do switch things up a little bit and I do post it on my Instagram every now and again when it's clean because trust me, it doesn't always look like this. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.